Good morning, Mr. Kouloglou. Thank you very much for allowing us some time here in the European Parliament. I will directly start talking about the last European elections of 2014, which suffered from an important rate of abstention. In your opinion, why don't people care or trust in the European institutions?
Because they cannot see how this institution can change their lives for the better. It looks like there is a bureaucratic institution out of the citizen. This is not the case, but it depends on the policy. If the policy that the Parliament decides is for the people, for increasing their wealth, their well-being, then they will be interested. If it's against, they are not interested anymore. And I'm afraid sometimes, most of the times, European Parliament is voting not in favor of the European citizens.
And as an MEP, can you do anything to make people more interested in this issue?
Oh yes, we have to do a lot of things. But the main thing that misses from the European Parliament is a very strong opposition. Actually, we have a kind of government like in Germany, where the two main parties are almost governing together. So there is no strong opposition to have debates, to change directions and so on. We know the directions, people know the direction. That's why European Parliament is not as interesting as it should be.
Okay. Irene,
Well, following your answers, as you are having a journalist background yourself,
yes.
How would you depict the role of European journalists in reporting on the EU, considering the lack of trust?
The journalists are more, here in the European Parliament, there are happening 100 very interesting meetings and conferences and interviews every day. If I was an journalist, I would be here, collecting interviews, a lot of interesting. But journalists, unfortunately, they are more busy with the power, so they are more, they are reporting on the Commission, the IMF, the President of the European Union, but not with the Parliament itself, unfortunately, because there is a lot of stuff. So if one day you will become a correspondent in Brussels, don't forget to come and report in the European Parliament.
You are coming to my question because I was trying to ask you what there could be done and what have you done to try to communicate less technically the European Union issues and by this way regain the trust which is lost for the European institutions, whereas Europeans still feel themselves like Europeans, but they are not like being, the part of the institutions in their lives.
Listen, I'm doing my best. I'm using all my available resources. I'm organizing events that concern the people, not events about the power and so on, that interest the people almost every week. People are coming from outside. I'm trying to connect the Parliament with the outside society. For instance, a couple of weeks ago, I organized a festival, a film and documentary festival in a cinema in Brussels, so to connect with the same issues that we were debating in the Parliament, so to connect the two things, I'm trying my best. Actually, we're exhausted, me and my team, so we need more help. So if one day you come here, be our guest.
How can we make this convey this idea to the other MPs also? Because you are doing your best, but there is a need to be made more effort for more members of the European Parliament, obviously.
I cannot work also for the other colleagues. They have to work for themselves.
We have to ask them. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.